Good evening, everybody. My name is Marc Sharry. I'm 37 years of age and I live on Pierce Road here in Sligo. I have 2 young children and I think what most people here want. I want them to be able to grow up here, to be educated here, to get a job here, to go through all third level education in the Institutes of Technology, if possible, and then to move on to employment here. My generation are acutely aware that our political system has failed us over the last number of years. As I've grown over the years, in family, with friends, indeed, as a representative in Shannon, I've seen firsthand the failures of the system. For those reasons, I believe in a new approach. The needs of this area have not been adequately reflected in the national policy platform. We need only look at the front row here as an example, where we see the people from the Cancer Services, the Institute of Technology, the N4, Castlebaldwin, Clunamahan, the airport, to learn the failings of all of the parties behind me in the delivery of policy platforms. And what I'd ask people to focus on is the manifestos, indeed, of all of the parties and the failings that they have promoted in the context of effectively ignoring many of the wishes of the people of this room, their families, the organisations they represent, and their aspirations. I believe in a new approach which is based on this part of the country, one which adequately acknowledges the needs and aspirations of you people and your families as well as my own. And I believe in my own personal ability, based on my experience as a family man, as a business person, and in some parliamentary experience as a senator, which is a very different role. For those reasons, I would ask you to listen to the answers that I give to your questions, which I look forward to carefully, and to give me the opportunity to represent you with humility and a direct approach, a new approach, based on the policies you will set, which I will impose on the national policy platform of this country, rather than come over the curlews, as has always been the case for all parties and none, selling you an agenda and a manifesto set by other people on the East Coast. That's what a new approach means. It means the approach you determine, and I, as your messenger, am confident in my abilities to deliver it on your behalf. Thank you. There are many reasons for failure, but there are no excuses. As far as I'm concerned, there's been systemic failure in politics. That's why there's a need for new politics. The level of autopilot which existed, particularly from 2002, is unacceptable. What, in my view, needs to take place is an entire root and branch reform, not just of the size of the Dáil or the costs of running it, though both are important. What is also radically needed and very urgently needed is that there is reform in how the business is done. We need full-time ministers focused on flying that plane manually, not on autopilot. And in that context, for example, they need to take control of answering questions and taking decisions themselves. For example, when Cancer Services are taking over here, I don't want to hear from the Minister of the day saying that is an issue for the HSE. For the system started to go wrong when we started to subcontract the power and the running of the country to third-party organisations who are responsible to nobody, answerable to nobody, and in control, the HSE, of 16 billion of your money. That is what needs to change.
Chairman.
Yeah, okay, thanks. 3 quick things. First of all, I just want to put the record straight on 2 quick points. On the 15th of October 2007 on Ocean FM, I started the cancer campaign. Secondly, on the 17th of October, I put down a motion in Shannon, which remains I'll get to that, Susan. I didn't interrupt you, if that's okay. No, I will. Yes, I said. Yeah, I will. Yeah, hold on a second now, please. The only person to put down a Sligo-specific motion, specific to maintaining services and enhancing them in Sligo, the only person in the Shannon or the Dáil to do that was me. I voted against a motion which was disingenuous in the extreme of Fine Gael to say they were putting services in Letterkenny, in Castlebar and in Sligo, which will not happen, and I vote against it again tomorrow. But let me say this, if as an opposition party member, if as an opposition deputy, I will support the plans of anybody to put a centre of excellence in Sligo, and if in government, I will use my front bench position in Fianna Fáil, which I have never had before, and I have not been a deputy, to ensure the provision of linear accelerators at Sligo General Hospital for the provision of radiotherapy treatment, which will eliminate the need for travel to people, which I wish to see. No, I don't accept it will never happen. I don't accept it will never happen. I accept we must have that, in the interest of human rights, we must have that aspiration. We must have it.